is blonde. Blonde again. Blonde is back. Dinner French. Yes, I need this. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining, and today is kind of what you'd be expecting at this time of year. It's a Valentine's themed post, so I'm going to do a kind of get ready with me for a Valentine's or Galentines date night, depending on who you're spending it with or who your loved ones are. Fair enough, I love my gals, I love my husband. I would spend it with both of them if I could. So this look is just a very kind of nice, easy one. It's got some red tones in there just to go with the whole Valentine's Day themed, as you would. And yeah, I'm going to make it quite a chatty get ready with me. The ones I've done recently, I've kind of filmed and then done a voiceover of, but I feel like I want to get a bit chatty. We'll have a bit of a chat today. I'll give you some like little updates, and we'll talk a little bit about V-Day, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's put a headband on my face, on my head, and we can get started. And I realise I do not have a mirror. Always handy. BRB. This is why you should put a mirror on your palettes, Colourpop. Just saying. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm gonna start with my eyes because I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with the eyes today. I'm just gonna keep it quite like soft and romantic, just with a little bit of edge from some red in there. But for my primer, I'm going to use my Clarins SOS primer. It is my favourite, and it is pretty much running out, so I do need a new one. I've got so many things that are running out this month. I've got that. My It Cosmetics CC cream is literally about to die. My Glossier Priming Moisturiser is gone. My Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser is like that much left. My eyeliner is running out. All my Hoola bronzer's gone. Like, there's so much stuff this month that needs replacing. It's insane. It's gonna be an expensive. I'm trying to like have a month where I'm not spending stuff on myself as well, because I'm doing so much this month. But yeah, it's gonna have to happen, because those are like, some of these are like holy grail products to me. Like, I can't live without them. Especially this primer. I love it. Yes, what are you guys doing for Valentine's or Galentines? So I think Galentines is the 13th, which is tomorrow, and then obviously Valentine's is the 14th, which is Thursday. I'd love to know what you guys are doing, so like let me know below. Me and my husband have always been like, when we first started going out, it was such a big deal, and like there'd be like a lot of thought going behind it. Like, I remember our first Valentine's Day, he drove up to my parents' house because we were 18, we were still very young, and he had done like a little treasure hunt around his car. So I think I went into one bit and there was like some chocolates, and then there was another bit where in the boot where there was like a massive bouquet of flowers, and then I went into the front and there was an egg, because it was really cute. And then he took me out for dinner, and it was really lovely. But as the years have gone on, I mean, we've been together for 11 years now. This is even going to be our 11th or our 12th Valentine's Day. I can't remember how it works out, but I mean, that's a lot of like romantic surprise stuff to do, and I think we just see it more as just an excuse to kind of just be together, spend some quality time together. We don't do presents anymore or anything like that, but yeah, it is just like a nice excuse to make sure you do kind of tell each other how you feel. For my base, I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I've just repurchased Tiro 2. I've been using Tiro 3 for a little while, which is a touch dark for me at the moment. Favourite foundation base ever, to be quite honest. I love it, and it's going to give you a really lovely kind of glowy romantic base for your date. But yeah, so we don't tend to really do much for Valentine's Day, definitely not on the day, because like we never go out on the day because it's just so bloody expensive to get like the same thing that you would on any other day. But because it's Valentine's Day, they charge like double the price. It's a set menu, you don't have the option of all the food you want, and yeah, we just honestly cannot be bothered with that. So if we go out for dinner, we usually go on a different day, like around it. So, but we don't ever really, on the day itself, we just tend to either get like a Valentine's Day, or one of us will make like a nice dinner and we'll just kind of chill together, we'll watch a film or do something like that, and that will kind of be our Valentine's Day. It's a little bit different this year because we're actually going up to London tomorrow to see the Harry Potter play, The Cursed Child, and I've had these tickets for so long. I think I bought them back in like April, May time because they come out so far in advance because they sell out so quickly. And I got them for, I wanted a weekend, but because it was so far in advance and we wanted to do the same, because there's 2 parts and we wanted to do both parts on the same day, I ended up getting it for a Wednesday and it just turned out to be the 13th, so I was like, well, that's quite a nice excuse. So we're going up to London tomorrow, we're going to see both parts on the 13th, and then we're staying up in Covent Garden, and then on Valentine's Day itself we're actually doing an escape room, just the 2 of us, so you never know, this Valentine's Day might be our last. No, we have said that we've promised we're not going to argue with each other. How long is that going to last? For my concealer, I'm using the Boujois Radiance Reveal Concealer. This is also about to run out, but it is my favourite kind of under eye brightening concealer. It's so good. I love it. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. We're not doing like presents or anything. We're going to do cards. I love cards. Adam is really not that fussed about cards, but I really like them. So I'm always like, no, we need to do cards, and I keep them all as well. I don't think he realises that I literally have every single card we've ever given each other. But yeah, so I'm so excited about that, but it does mean that I'm only working like 2 days this week, and work has been manic lately. So it's like 5 days worth of work in 2 days, which is a little bit crazy. But I think I managed to get a lot of it done last week, which is good, so it's not too crazy. Cool. I'm going to add a little bit of cream contour just to kind of really sculpt the face. Like, it's a date, you want to look your best, and you know, I want to look my slimmest, and I have quite a round face, so I'm just using the Rimmel Institute contour stick. This is also almost gone, but I do really like it, but I think I want to try a couple of others just to kind of see what they're like and compare, because this is the only kind of contour stick I've ever really used. So I think I won't repurchase this one, but I will sort of try some others. I think we might be going to Marlsey this weekend. We've kind of made a bit of some goals. So I'll talk through the goals. A couple of weekends ago on Friday we sat down and we basically decided to plan out our 2019. We've had a bit of a shit couple of years personally, so we were like, we just want to just kind of make the most of this year and take it into our own hands and just be like, do what we want to do and just kind of control what's happening to us rather than just kind of let shit happen. So we sat down, we did 4 personal goals each, and then we did 4 like joint goals each, which we then put together and we could like prioritise. And it worked really, really well. We've come up with some really good ones. And one of our joint ones is to make sure we actually do something every weekend, because we do get into a habit of just like getting to the weekend and just being like, we don't have anything planned, we don't then do anything, and then we get to the end of it and we're like, well, that was kind of a bit of a waste. So we want to kind of stop doing that. So we're thinking of going to Mar this weekend. We've got like an annual pass, so we can. This, by the way, is the Colourpop On The Cusp Super Shock Cheek highlight. So yeah, that was one of our like joint goals, and it's a really good one because we do kind of get to the weekend and just go like, yeah, we don't have anything planned, we're not doing anything. By that point people are busy and we're just like, yeah, you know. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll just kind of see what we get up to, but yeah, I think it's just gonna be quite nice and chilled, which I feel like I need. As I said, work's been kind of crazy, so I just need some chill time. Just everything, I'm just going to use the Glossier Water Powder. It is my favourite powder. I've also been using the Body Shop loose powder as well. It's not translucent, but then neither is this, and that's also really nice. So I would definitely recommend that as well. Which I think is not that much cheaper than the Glossier one, because like Body Shop isn't, but it is also really nice, and obviously it's a little bit more accessible because you can just pop into your local kind of Body Shop and pick that up, whereas Glossier you obviously have to order. Yeah, but that's like, going up to London is one of the reasons why I don't feel like I'm getting any product. Don't tell me I'm running out of this. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm trying not to buy myself much this month, because we're going up to London and like there's been so many times we've gone up to London for things before, and because it's like in the middle of the month or something, I get to the point and I'm like, I have no money left because I brought myself like a load of stuff that I don't need. So I'm trying to like be good this month and not do that, so that when I go up on Wednesday, then we're all good. So for bronzing, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Battle Bronze. I love this. I really have fallen back in love with my Hoola bronzer lately, but it's just, I'm just not getting any product on my brush anymore. It's completely dead, so I need a new one. I'm just going to bronze up so that, again, you're just looking really nice and healthy and glowy, and so the base is kind of giving us that glow. Then the bronzer is just going to kind of put a bit of colour to the face, make you look nice and healthy, make you look like a little bit more sun-kissed and tan. This is a really nice one. Yeah, one of my personal goals was to maintain myself a little bit more this year. So if you didn't know, I was diagnosed with PCOS last year, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it did definitely knock my confidence for a loop, but then it also kind of pushed me to lose some weight. So I lost about 2 stone last year. I put about 5 pound a bit back on, but well, that's gonna go. And I just feel like when I look in the mirror a lot of the time, or just like think about myself, I'm just like not as happy with myself as I want to be. So I want to like help myself do that by kind of actually achieving my weight goals, eating a lot healthier, because it's going to make me feel better about myself anyway, because I need to with my PCOS, and also just like maintain myself a little bit more and actually like what I see when I look in the mirror. So not look in the mirror and go, oh, I hate my hair at the moment, but I can't be bothered to do anything about it, or stuff like that. So that kind of explains the new do. I did go blonde at the weekend. It's something I've definitely been before, maybe not to like this extent. I've had like balayage or like sort of ombre highlights before. When I was younger, I definitely had like proper blonde highlights, but they were still, I don't think ever like this blonde, I don't know. I think I'm going to do a video on Friday just kind of talking through my kind of hair journey. But yeah, I had this done the weekend and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I love being blonde again. I love it so much. This blush I'm using, by the way, is the Body Shop All-in-One Cheek colour shade in Macaroon. It's my absolute favourite. So yeah, so I'm very much enjoying being blonde again. I really, really like it. It's still got like all the lovely waves in from when she did it all. I can never do this with GHD straighteners. I don't know how people do it, but yeah, she managed it and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, I'm going to kind of keep it pretty regular, and I think I'm going to stay like this for a little while because, as I said, I'm kind of really liking it. Look at that glow. Be lovely and glowy and healthy for a lovely Valentine's date. Yeah, but I went to a new hairdresser I've not been to before, but my friend stroke sister-in-law Kay from Bleeding Beauty uses her, and she raved about her, so I was like, okay, let's go to you, let's try you. And the highlight I used, by the way, is from the Revolution Soap palette, and it is this kind of champagne-y gold shade. This palette is so beautiful, it's so good. Like, it's broken, but it's fine. That one and like this little kind of pinky one, those are the two that I use pretty much all the time, and I love it. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I'm blonde again, and I really, really like it, and I need to make sure I maintain it. I think I kind of dropped the ball on that because it was like expensive, my hair was getting a bit dry, but I just need to make sure I look after my hair this time. That's my main issue, because I'm lazy, which is why I need to maintain myself a little bit more. Okay, so for kind of like the base of my eyes, I'm using the Dream Street palette from Colourpop, and I'm just going to use some neutral tones. So I'm just going to take Shooting Star kind of through the crease, and then just deepen up a touch, just a touch, with Owlfish, and then I'm going to put Magical all over the lid. But yeah, no, I'm really, really pleased with it. It took like maybe 4 hours to do, but I have a lot of hair. And usually if I do like a big transition like this with colour, I get it cut as well, and I didn't, I left it long. She like took some of the ends off, she trimmed it and made it a little bit healthier, which is great, and just put some like long layers through it. But no, I'm really, really pleased with it. I really, really like it. I'll put like a picture up that I took this weekend in case you haven't seen it, because I was so obsessed with how this turned out. I was really, really pleased. Yeah, but like one of the other things is I want to actually try fake tan, and I think I'm going to vlog myself doing this because I have never fake tan before. I've done like the gradual kind of one from Garnier where you do it and then your lips go a little bit orange. I've done that, and I've done the ones that last like one evening, like a makeup kind of thing, but I've never properly fake tanned myself before. I had a spray tan done like a trial before my wedding and decided it wasn't for me, mainly because I was going on holiday on my honeymoon straight after that, and I didn't want like patchy fake tan coming off while I was away. But yeah, So that's what I'm going to do, and I ordered the Bondi Sands light to medium self-tan foam because it's what my best friend uses and hers looks really natural. And it came, I ordered it from Look Fantastic, it came at the weekend and it's leaked everywhere, but also the label itself is like really faded. There's like a lot of pink crap all over the label, like it's disgusting. I'm so upset, and I've like tweeted Look Fantastic with the video of it, like what the hell, like because I really don't think, oh wrong colour, it doesn't make me want to use it because it just looks like it's either out of date or they've just given me like a really old tattered one, which they definitely shouldn't do. And the fact that it's leaked everywhere, and I don't think it should even be able to leak, it's kind of a little bit like a yeah, I don't want to use this. It makes me think maybe it's out of date, but we'll see what they say. And then once I get one that I'm happy to use, then I might work that process and you can kind of laugh along with me. Okay, so then we're just going to take Magical on the lids. And I can never find the brushes I have here. And Magical is actually just going to be like a base for one of their like Super Shock shadows, which is really pretty. Yeah, one of our, like most of our joint goals this year were like for house related stuff. And I'm using a Super Shock shadow in Glisten from Colourpop just to go over the top of Magical. It's like a really pretty peachy satiny shade. It was in my January favourites, but it's so pretty. And yeah, the first one is kind of doing the carpet on our hallway and stairs. We did our banisters last year because we didn't actually have any. And like I just want to like finish off that space. We're not going to get it decorated yet because that's going to be a lot of money, and there's other rooms that I like want to prioritise. So but just getting like the carpet sorted, we're just getting like a very cool tone beige just to kind of line up, because at the moment the carpet's all black, so it's a bit dark. So pretty, so pretty. It just kind of really kind of glistens, as the name suggests. It should be kind of girly and romantic peachy shade on the eyes. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, and then the next home project is going to be decorating and finishing off this room. So if you saw my video of like my office sort out, you'll know there's still like a few things that I want to do in here. Decorating them is obviously like one of them. So I'm just quite excited to kind of get that all done and this room completed, because I do spend 90% of my time in here. I work from home, I work in this room, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so that's a lot of like the top lid done, and then I'm just going to take the Dream Street palette again, and I'm just going to take Shooting Star, and I'm just going to smoke that bit underneath, like under the lower lash line, just to kind of blend all of this like out a little bit more. So I'm not doing like too much on the eyes for this look because I just want it to be very like soft and girly and romantic. And we've got some like beautiful neutral tones coming through. We've got that really pretty peachy shadow, like, it's just so nice. But we are going to add lots of my extra with this shade here. This is also one of the Colourpop Super Shock shadows. It's in the shade Blitzen, which was a Christmassy one, but it's just so pretty. It just looks like this. It's like a very kind of corally reddy tone. It's just really, really pretty. And I'm just going to take a pencil brush, and I'm just going to kind of put that along the lower lash line just to bring like fun red to it. Obviously you don't have to like add this part to the look if you want to keep everything else super neutral, but I just think it's a nice little bit of fun. And it's always like one really easy way to just like add a pop of colour to your eye look by just like running it along that like lower lash line. And that's it really. And then literally I'm just going to add mascara. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiply Mascara, the waterproof version, because you never know. They might, you know, do something romantic and propose and then you'll cry, or they might get you a puppy. Like, I don't, what is romantic to you? I don't know. But yeah, romantic for me is spending the the day watching Harry Potter stuff. We have literally just watched all 7 of the films again over the past like 2 weekends, which has been quite handy because he was ill the weekend before last. So the Sunday we just like blitzed through I think about 3 films because he wasn't really going anywhere. I think I just feel super run down, but it's fine. We're powering through because we've got Harry Potter, so. And then just to add like some extra volume, I'm just taking the Body Shop Super Volume Mascara. Obviously you don't need to do this, I'm just extra. Put that over the top. It's just kind of like just added some extra like volume and clumpiness, which not everyone likes, but I love it. And obviously what you can do is take like a dark brown and like take that along the upper lash line just to kind of thicken up the base of the lashes. But again, I just want to be super girly, super romantic and not kind of too in your face, and because we've got that red smudged out underneath, which by the way I am loving right now. I feel like that kind of takes a lot of the focus. She says, and then she pulls out this. So this is one of the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips. It's in the shade Lucky Star, so it's a limited edition one. Both of these Super Shock shadows actually, I should have said, a limited edition as well, and they're in collaboration with Kathleen Lights, her Twinkling Lights collection, although I believe they are still all available. You can still get them, but this shade is such a beautiful red, and I've been wearing this like satin lips and they are so long lasting. I'm so impressed by these. If you are obviously going out for dinner or like a day out or something, this is actually going to last really well, and it's such a beautiful shade. Always wear lip liner when you wear a liquid product. I didn't at that point, that's just my fault. And then I'm just going to set everything with my Rimmel Instant Fix and Go. And this is the finished look. So it's quite simple, but it's got some tones of red in there just to kind of bring some of that romance through for like Valentine's Day. And to be honest, the majority of what I used is all drugstore stuff, so I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. I hope you get a little love from whoever you want love from. And yeah, if you like this, obviously make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all again on Friday. And thank you so much for coming back and sharing the love. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Mwah!